It's not that big of a deal to me. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind Tony Khan taking a shot at AEW, at WWE. I don't mind it. I'm actually for it. But but how do you follow that up? How do you follow up taking a shot at WWE? Because the Young Bucks, following that up with the Young Bucks is not going to work. Following that up with the Young Bucks is the reason you are in the position you're in now, because the Young Bucks are irrelevant. People don't like the Young Bucks. When the Young Bucks are on TV, people click away. Okada is a nobody here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's a hot take, but Okada is a nobody in North America. That's just what it is. Jack Perry, he's just the dude who got beat up by CM Punk. That's just what it is. So people don't want to see three people that got beat up by CM Punk and some nobody. You have to come with something hard. You got all this attention. You went balls to the wall and compared WWE to the worst person ever, one of the worst people ever. How do you follow that up? How do you follow that up? What are we going to see? Another 20-minute banger? No. 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 People get exhausted from 20-minute bangers. Imagine if Eminem just rapped 10 minutes every song. People get exhausted of it. We need more. We need more. Not everybody just likes steak. AEW's wrestling, AEW product is just steak. Every now and then, yeah, you just want a steak. But sometimes I want some chili. Sometimes I want some pizza. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't just want pure meat. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we need something different than just pure steak. And that's all AEW is. It's steak. You're just carving into chunks of meat for 20 minutes. And it's great sometimes. But after 5 years, it gets exhausting. After 5 years, I want something else. After 5 years, I want something more than just people no selling. After 5 years, I want more to my characters than them being betrayed by their friends. So again, I don't have a problem with Tony Khan taking this shot at WWE. He should be. Somebody should be holding them accountable for all their misdeeds behind the scenes. I don't like him doing it on his own time. If you're going to go on somebody else's product, yes, take a shot at your competition. Good. But have something ready to keep people's attention. People are always going to come for the controversy, but how do you keep them? You have to keep people with the controversy. That is the trick. See, with the Montreal Screwjob, you got Stone Cold and you got the Attitude Era with people came for, or people checked in on the Chris Benoit stuff. 2007 is arguably one of the best years of WWE television. Arguably, I wouldn't argue it, but some people could argue that. The nonsense has to be met with something better, with a product to keep people on. Now, I compare it to one of my favorite rappers ever. One of my favorite artists ever is XXX Tentacion. Now, if you don't, now I know a lot of my audience is a lot older than me, but XXX Tentacion, I'm gonna just call him X. He burst onto the scene when he was in prison for domestic violence, allegedly, probably not allegedly at this point. Allegedly, Drake stole his flow. He stole his song basically. So X claims that Drake, they knew of each other. Drake has reached out to X, yada yada yada. When X got out of prison, he went at the biggest star ever. He went at the biggest hip hop artist at the time. So he got people's attention. But with that attention, he put out great music. He's the guy who dyed his dreads gray and then shaved his eyebrows. That gets people attention. What does he do with that attention? Drops one of the most impactful albums of all time. So compare that to AEW right now. You got people's attention. You just took a power driver from your EVPs. You just called WWE a predator for lack of for I can't say the guy's name. What are you going to do to keep people's attention? Again, the Young Bucks is not it. The Young Bucks will not keep people's attention. You got to give us something better than that. A 20-minute banger, you got to give us something different than that. Because even then, you might catch people for that time, but that's not going to keep people. That's unsustainable. Hence MJF. Hence why MJF is on the bench right now. It's unsustainable. So yeah, long story short, I don't have a problem with it, but you need to follow that up with something better.